Meeting is now live. Yay! TGIF, everybody. Kelly Chiasson here with Landed for Success, Untold Stories. Oh, we are going to have some fun right now. I am joined by Mr. Rob Lawrence. He is joining us from SoCal, USA. Woo!
Yes.
Rob, I am so glad that you could hop on with me this afternoon. We have been coming live. I've been coming live, introducing to all of you our incredible, incredible co-authors. And I do not say that lightly. And Rob Lawrence is absolutely no exception. He's a phenomenal gentleman, and I've had the pleasure of getting to know him in a previous collaborative project that we launched 30 plus 1 Resilient Stories in August. We are both proud #1 best-selling authors internationally. He and his husband have an amazing custom home building business, furniture building business, high-end furniture for homes. And that we were just talking about it when I was connecting. I'm like, why can't I live closer to you so I can hire you? Please. I think maybe my husband would be like, maybe it's good that we don't live next door to him. No, just kidding. Eric would love it. But he's a businessman. He's a dynamic businessman, very much a networker, very much servant of heart, as a lover of family, lover of stories, very much understanding the power and the impact stories have, and the value in sharing our experiences with people we know, and in a book, if you will, because there are people that are ready to hear what we have to share. And we might never meet them, might never hear from them, and that's okay. But there are people that need our stories. So, Rob, it is absolutely my pleasure to kick things over to you. And I love that I get to spend my Friday afternoon with you. I know It's like midday for you. So, Landed for Success. Let's let okay, tell everybody a little bit about, I guess I kind of gave it away, but not really. Because Rob is going to tell it way better. Rob, tell everybody who you are, what you do, and we'll start there.
Okay, well, first of all, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us, or catch it on catch it later on Facebook. Kelly, thank you so much for having me on today. I know we've been trying to reconnect for quite some time. It's been so difficult being a business owner. People who are watching or will catch it later, my name is Robert. Full name is Robert Lawrence Valdez. I go by Rob Lawrence because that's my stage name, if you will, actor's name, author's name, Rob Lawrence, my middle name. A little bit about me. I'm 45 years old. I live in Southern California, born and raised in Los Angeles. I have been with my husband for about 10 years, married about 7. He is an amazing master carpenter. He started when he was 16 years old.
Wow.
Now 43. I went to college. I did the whole protocol, going to school, get my degrees. And my love has always been design, business, interior design, business, just growing. I like to see things grow. And when I met him, we got to put our two passions together and marry our passions. So I'm so blessed. We both work hard, and I think it's a great fit. It's a great fit. So that's a little bit about me. I have 3 sisters. A recent addition to our family is my niece, Brooklyn Sky, that was born last Friday.
Yay!
So, yes.
Oh, she's so cute.
She's so amazing. Our family needed that during COVID. Oh my God. This whole year has been so crazy, and she's a blessing that our family needed so much.
Babies do the best gifting and blessings in families.
Yes. It's like a new they're so tiny, but the energy that they bring is like so magnificent, right? So magnificent. Yeah. So we're just so blessed, and I'm so blessed to have both of my parents. My mom and dad are still alive, still happily married, live 15 minutes away from me. So I have a very strong nucleus of family, and I think that's what really helps me in my life, to be successful.
I'd say that's a good, whether it's for you, it's family. For me too, family. Family can look many different ways, right? Through friends or just relationships. And it's though the strength from those relationships that really allow us to can always continuously grow into our personal best versions of ourselves and to be able to show up in the best way possible when those relationships are present and when they're nurtured and they're taken care of.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. For you, Rob, you know, you shared your story in 30 plus one, and now there's another opportunity. What is this? I know. For you, continuing on the, you know, continuing sharing your life's experiences. Why?
Oh, such a simple and simple question, profound a little bit. I think for me, it's important to share my story of success, like 30 plus one. Um, as a kid growing up, when I was a kid, you know, there wasn't the social media like there is today. There was no YouTube, no Instagram, no Facebook, nothing. And we really had to dig deep and go into an actual library, read a book to get inspired, you know? Like we had to like go through huge people, like these kids nowadays have no idea. Like you went to the library and you had to pull out the index cards. And yeah, exactly. People have phones nowadays and research is right there. So it's important for me to share my story because it is that much more accessible. You know, you can get it in a minute. You can watch this live right now.
Card catalog? What's that? I'm sorry. I'll Google shoot that.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's important, you know, just to share my story to continue because I want to inspire the new generation, of kids, the younger people, even in our age now, you know, like my age, I'm in my 40s. So it's just important to keep motivating people.
Well, think of just the ages, and I mean, you did just share it, but for the fact that you have such a strong family unit that you and your husband are surrounded by, yes. Just the generation since I've come to know you, your nieces and your nephews, mm-hmm. and your younger cousins, and how important that is. That generationally speaking, not just, you know, just inside of your own family, how necessary that is, that keeps on inspiring the individuals within your family. And now when it's in a book and in a collaborative effort, and it's like every other author's family, friends, and beyond, yes, that's an amazing reach out.
Yes. I think it's so important, you know, I have not read any of the other stories yet because our book is not quite published yet until next 2021 March. But for me, it's always been interesting, Kelly, to learn from other people and see what tools they use to be successful. You know, maybe I'm not seeing something that four other people might see. And
that could benefit you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if we can collaborate with all of our tools and put that out there for the world, for other people, you know, even with our adversities and our failures, you know, we get to learn from each other. And it's so important. I wish I had that as a kid again, with no social media, but, you know, it took us a little longer, maybe some no, but now everything's there for us. It's there.
Do you remember when I received the first chicken noodle soup for the soul? When I was a younger girl, and I'd received it, I was like, what is this? Yes. my parents would always leave me like written notes, cards, blankets that had messages sewn into them, whatever. Yes. It was like everywhere. And then I read this book and my mom's like, give it a chance. It's different people talking about their experiences, Kel, and you can learn from them. Yeah. You know, not just stories that you hear from your dad and I and your aunts and uncles, but from people you don't know. Yes. And that was an interesting conversation, but it's to your point. I loved them. Yeah. And I remember thinking, there's no more books. There's no more books like that.
No, no, you're absolutely right. Um, even before, so people that don't know me and Callie are people are new friends that might be watching. I have to share this. I was a little reluctant to writing this new story in this new book, and Callie was messaging me. She messaged me a couple times a week. I was like, we're so busy with business. I caught myself making small excuses because I wasn't sure if I was successful enough to be in this book. And I think that's so important to say because I had talked to a couple of my sisters, talked to Neftali, my husband, and they said, but your success is so different from everybody else. And once I reflected, I got back to Kelly, I got back to you and said, okay, I'm ready for this book. I'll do it. Let me know what I need. And I needed that push, and you pushed me because I just was being, insecure, as we can be at times in life, because I was already comparing myself to other people and measuring my success. So I just had to throw that out there because it was so important for me. And I think people need to know that by me being vulnerable and saying, I wasn't ready. You pushed me. I had a message with you on Facebook Messenger. And you said, Rob, no, you're ready. Right. Do this.
Yeah.
Share your story. Yeah.
It's because you're amazing. But that is an interesting point because it's the conversation of, well, landed for success. Well, I'm not, there's an ideal created, right? Whereas
absolutely,
this is what is being measured.
Yes.
When really because there's professional stories of landing for success. There are personal stories. You have 10 people and you're going to have 10 different experiences. And really, quite frankly, each of the 10 people are going to have at minimum 10 different experiences in which they've landed on success.
Absolutely. And it's so important because when I heard the word success and I read the message success, my brain automatically went to money, profession, career, accomplishments. But then I reflected on this amazing book, 30 plus one resilient stories, and said, wait a minute, dude, Robert, you survived cancer twice. That is success because I set a goal in my life to survive that cancer and not succumb to it. And I was like, you know what? That's success right there. One time, two time, third time with, a stem cell transplant. I'm like, that's success right there. So what's the next level? And then I was able to kind of bring it all together and said, you know what? Okay, I'm going to write this story. I'm going to write another story about being success on how I interpret it and how I feel, like I've accomplished something, huge. And I get to share that with, the world. It's amazing, amazing. So thank you, Callie. Thank you for pushing and doing that. Thank you.
You are welcome. Thanks for being you. The world needs you.
They need some crazy Robert Lawrence Valdez.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
Yes. Yes.
Just so you guys know, before we had it, we're like, could we make this a champagne interview about his authorship?
Yes.
But then we were like, well, people might think we're crazy. We are. Maybe we can come back with that, like as a New Year's whatever with all the co-authors and do a champagne toast, chime in the new year.
Yes, that would be amazing.
That would be fun. Yeah. Okay, we'll do it. That's all. Look, that's all the two of us need. Can you imagine if we really were neighbors? This would be really fun.
Yes. Like what? I said, sister from another mister.
Brother from another mother, and I love it. Yes. I love it all day long.
Yes.
Without giving each of you, you can't like have any ounce of when you hang out with Rob, you spend time with him, and you'll just grow to love him. And of course, not that he would. You're not going to give your story away here because you all need to stay tuned and stay plugged in. So when we are really kicking up the promotions and January and moving toward our launch, everyone can be very, very present in the support of that. And you'll get to get your own copy of the book and read his chapter yourself. But Rob,
Yes.
can you give us a highlight of what you're sharing in this Untold Stories with Landed for Success?
Yes, absolutely. I was thinking about that for the past couple of days as I knew I was going to do an interview today. I'm like, what can I share without telling the story? Small tidbit for me to share with you is passion. When I learned what my passion was and is, and my passion is growth. I love seeing things grow. Whether I can garden in the backyard, I point that way, my backyard's that way. Garden in the backyard, grow a business from a garage in Southern California, and now have a 3,800 square foot shop. I love to see growth. And going through college, doing the protocol, meeting the right partner, my husband, who has his passion, I was finally able I'm 45 again, in my 40 years of life to really learn my passion and say, you know what, don't worry about money. Don't compare to other people. But if I choose to do what I love and love my passion, everything will come naturally. And so that's kind of like a little bit of a highlight to this amazing story. There's a little different, micro stories in the story, but it's all about passion. Just do what you love. Do what you love, because life is short and you will be successful as long as you're passionate. That's it.
So my hat, life is good.
Life
I
is
have
good.
but they've got on a lot of their things, and I have a mug. I have a couple mugs. We have a couple different mugs, and it's do what you love and love what you do. It's there, and it's true. Do what you love and love what you do. Passion gives people purpose.
So important. You add, I think we add years onto our life by doing things that bring us passion. We can, if we're stuck in a job that we hate, then we're probably not going to live until we're 90 years old. And we just have to do what makes us happy and be passionate about it. And we add years onto our life. It's amazing. Amazing.
Or life into the years.
Yeah. Yes. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. I love that.
I'm so excited. So excited that I get to work with you again.
Yes.
I just love you. And it's like we've been friends forever, really, when Rob and I had the pleasure of meeting in 30+1. But I'm really, really excited for people to get to know you, Rob, hear your story. 30+1. Rob's story is amazing in 30+1, along with the other 30 authors. But if you're local you are where in SoCal, Rob?
So for anyone listening that's familiar with Southern California, so Los Angeles, I was born and raised in Los Angeles, and then I moved to Riverside, which is about an hour south of Los Angeles. On a good day, I can get to downtown LA in about 40 minutes. On a really bad day, 2 hours. Yeah. So I'm like almost in the middle of San Diego and LA. I'm in a great spot. Love it. I love it.
Oh my God. That'll be super great because I've got family in Placentia, San Diego, Coronado, and
nice.
LA. Mm-hmm. And I said San Francisco too. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We have family all over the map down here.
Yeah, I know. So anyone, if you're looking for some sweet upgrades to your living quarters or your business quarters, reach out to Rob and his husband because they've got an amazing business. But really more than that is stay tuned because Robert does have an amazing story and you have overcome significant challenges in your life. And you are here for a reason, and your story matters, and you are, I mean, there's just no choice. I mean, you're here to inspire people for as long as you live. I know it.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you. And you too, Kelly. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Hello. I wake up, I go on my Facebook, you're live. I go to bed, you're live. I'm like, this girl does not sleep. You have just an amazing energy. Like, oh my gosh, that's what the world needs. You know, we need more Kellys. We need more yous because you push people like me, you inspire people like me to just kind of keep going and going and going and to share our story with the world and to help people just, get out of here, the head, the mind, and just live life. Like have fun. Have fun.
Life's too short.
Absolutely. Life is very, very short. And yeah. So success is all around us. It's what we choose to see with success. Like you said, Barcelo Designs, we make amazing furniture, and me and Dolly, I haven't shared this with you. We have Instagram and Facebook. We have a web page. I don't market a lot. I don't, because a lot of our clients, they market for us because we do what we love and we're so passionate. They see it, they feel it in the furniture, and they tell the next person and the next person.
Oh my God.
So we're so blessed because we love it.
That's the best way to build.
Yes.
That's absolutely how we had that's why like, I told Eric and he's like, great, and I'm like, no, they're not local, honey. They're in California.
Yeah.
And he was like, and we had a young man who learned his carpentry work from his dad and his two uncles.
Okay.
From when he was little. And he did custom stuff for us in Denver. And oh my God, Ben Totems, we loved him. We loved him. I'm like, can we please have you come with us to Canada? He's like, I'd love for you to come to Canada with you. But I just love that you have a successful business. You have a ginormous heart and spirit and energy. And I'm so excited that the world is going to get another story and more inspiration from you, Rob. It's amazing. You're amazing. And I really do just love you. And I really wish you all of the best going into the holiday here. We'll be back with Rob more. I want to ask you, Rob, really quick as we roll out of here. What would you say to somebody if they're, wondering, should they share their story? Does it really matter?
Anyway, yes. Sharing their story, it absolutely does matter because we all interact with people. We may meet somebody at the store, down the street, the mailman, and they share a 2-minute story with us. And that 2-minute story might make a huge impact in our lives. And I say that because it did happen about 2 weeks ago with me at the market, talking to a woman and her husband. We were there for 30 minutes. They shared their story coming from another country in South America and how they were so appreciative of living in the United States. And that story impacted me because I thought, wow, there's so many things that I take for granted living in this country. So yeah, sharing your story, you might save lives. People may save lives, impact another person, and it's a domino effect. Life is a domino. So just keep pushing the good energy and share your story. Don't hesitate. Just throw it out there. And don't care what other people, get out of your head, and who cares what other people might think, because your story will impact somebody. And all you need is one person to really land your story on, and then that will continue.
I agree. We're going to end on that note because I agree with it 100%. And that is a very thoughtful sentiment. And it's a good reminder. It's a great reminder.
Yes.
So we'll give a shout out. Gordon had hopped on here earlier. Javier, Tammy. So they're all, hi, Rob. So Have an amazing Friday, everyone. Really a pleasure. Again, co-author Rob Valdez, and this is amazing. And reach out to him, plug into what he's doing, find what his, what was the name of what's your furniture company again?
So my furniture company is Barcelo Designs. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Mm-hmm. And my newest project for I already started it. I have a foundation for cancer, Live for Life Now, which is a foundation here in Southern California for Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. Another successful story coming up. Yeah.
So obviously we're going to have to come live again because we need to discuss that so we can help promote that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yes.
But plug into what he's doing and follow him and just get to know him. Reach out because he's an amazing gentleman, and your life will be that much better having Rob in it. So Rob, thank you for taking time with me this afternoon. I love you. I appreciate you.
I love you too. Thank you, Kelly.
And to all of you, thank you, Rob. And everyone else, thanks for hopping on here. To those of you on the replay, that gratitude is extended to each and every one of you as well. Have an amazing weekend. Stay safe, be well. Until the next time.
Yes.